What's good, everybody? Thank you for joining us again here at the TCG podcast. And today we are doing a Valentine's Day special. And unfortunately, our guest was not able to make it, so we don't have that female perspective. But we still gonna give you that raw perspective point of view that we always be giving you ever since the beginning. So today is still Black History Month, so we want to get into our Black facts.
So today, me, Dez, I'm going to be stepping to the plate to drop a little knowledge on you. I'm going to tell you the origins of Black History Month. The story of Black History Month actually began as a week back in 1915, a half a century after the 13th Amendment abolished slavery in the United States. That September, Harvard-trained historian Carter G. Woodson and his boy Jesse E. Moreland founded the Association for Study of Negro Life and History, an organization dedicated to researching and promoting the achievement of Black Americans and those of African descent. It wasn't until decades later, when all across America, mayors and local cities began proclaiming a yearly recognition of Negro History Week. But by the late 1960s, thanks in part to the Civil Rights Movement, a growing awareness of this week started to spread all across America, catching the recognition of President Gerald Ford, officially recognizing Black History Month in 1976, calling upon the public to seize the opportunity to honor the too often neglected accomplishments of Black Americans in every area of endeavors throughout our history.
Let's talk about Valentine's Day in general. Like, people glorify this day. This is the day that we're supposed to show love and affection to the person that we're with. This is why this holiday was formed, right? But why are we not doing that every day? Like, do y'all even feel like, as grown men in 2020, that Valentine's Day is even a necessity, or is it just a
Valentine's?
You understand?
For real.
I feel like Valentine's Day is some bullshit personally, because it's like, yo, if I show you that I love you and care about you and all this shit all throughout the year, this one day to be extra. And honestly, people do bullshit in relationships all year round. Then Valentine's Day, oh, we booed up, we this, we that. The shit is so fake to me. It's like, yo, if I really rock with you, you're gonna know that. Fuck this one day. You're gonna know that throughout the year. Personally,
That's real. Like, wow, who said I gotta spend money on this day? I gotta treat you extra special. I treat you special
every day. Like,
but this day, who said I gotta, like?
Who made it up?
I should go
exactly.
like,
I
even
know
though
it originated
like,
from somewhere.
I should go
Actually,
out my
it
way
originated
every day, but
as a Roman
I don't
holiday.
even say that.
Actually, bro, the shit starts off as a Roman festival called like Lupercalia or something like that. And it was really to celebrate the pairing of women and men, and to celebrate a woman's fertility, and like kind of like put women in a lottery for men to like pick them out and like have babies with them for the most part. It wasn't really about love until later on, years later, where like Christians had picked up on it, and it was the Christians that renamed it Valentine's Day and kind of catered it more towards love and gift giving and stuff like that. But originally, man, it just started out for men to be dogs and pick women out of a pot that they want to have babies with.
But yeah, I'm on the same boat, man. I used to feel like, as when I was fat before I was married, I didn't have a lot of self-esteem. I used to have this pressure of having to go out there and find somebody. Like, shut up, sir. We was fat. We didn't have self-esteem, but I used to feel like on this particular day I had to have somebody. Like, I couldn't be without anybody. So it was a lot of pressure because I knew the people around me would have somebody, and I didn't want to be the only loser without somebody. But now as a grown man, I don't been married.
That's like, hey, isn't
Again,
that like
we're talking about 10 plus years
every
ago.
holiday?
Carl,
We talking
Yeah,
about 10 plus years
like,
ago. And now, like, I done been through the fire. Like, I done been through a long-term relationship. I've been married, and it's like this is just a way for motherfuckers to make money. Like, this is just for you to go out and fucking buy gifts for people. Like Hallmark is killing this thing. Like, let's
cards,
be
teddy bears,
killing them.
They've been around for 100 plus
Killing
years, made
on
money
this
off the
day.
backs of what? Slaves.
Mhm.
To make money. Coca-Cola,
Exactly.
Red, it all plays together, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got your answer.
that
I
monetary
100%
gain.
agree. So like, let's talk about finding love in 2020. Now, back 10 years ago, before I was in a serious relationship, before I got married and all that crazy, it was you had to do all this courting, you had to go out to dinner, you felt obligated to spend money. But now I'm gonna be real honest with y'all guys. It's just like today, you one swipe away from getting a female to come through and chill with you. Like it ain't really too much of this whole talking, whining, and down. I don't feel like I gotta do too much. I ain't gotta flex. So how do you guys go about finding love, dating, courting, or anything like that when you're looking for a serious relationship? If that is something you're even interested in 2020.
I feel like that's hard nowadays because it's like everything is so microwave where it's so quick. It's like, is this shit real or is it just like something for us to be like, all right, we together right now. A month later, this shit ain't working out. So it's like shit just be so quick to jump into shit. And honestly, I can fault myself at times because I have done that. Just jumped into relationships like, you know what, fuck it, you my girl.
Because a lot of times in relationships, it'd be just somebody just chasing the title. Like you just want to have somebody.
Have somebody.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you.
Yeah, niggas be feeling like that. I just want to have somebody. You heard his ass over there. I just want somebody.
Yeah, we gonna keep it real.
Like nigga, we human.
It's the
like,
truth though.
That's a fact.
It's even better when you got a partner, man. You feel like, you know what I mean? You got somebody you can mess with like that and you got a partner. It's way better. That's how it's meant to be. You know what I'm saying? On some real, you know what I mean? And
it makes
feel like
easier.
Exactly. Like y'all hold
it takes all the
down.
weight off of you.
If you know what I mean?
If it's 50-50, how I feel it should be now, especially nowadays, shit way too expensive for just as society says the man should provide, but I understand it from one side, but the other side is like, yo, shit is real expensive now, so it's hard for just to.
I can understand.
No, because back in the day, that's how it was.
Back when that saying was originated, but not no more. It's too hard.
Yeah, it's different. It's a different day and age. Like shit don't work like.
I mean, it's possible, but
if you got it, then all right. Well,
help me out.
Look, man, let me. I gotta
interject.
And I'm the guy that's like, I'm gonna be anti-relationship this whole entire episode. You understand? Because let's be real.
Let's go on.
The last year and 2 months have been the last year and 2 months and the last 10 years of my life. And I understand the perspective of things are easier when you're with a person. But when you're with a person who is not 100% on the same shit that you want, everything is a problem.
Yeah, definitely.
In the beginning, in the first year, 2 years, it always seemed like you're on the same page. But then once you hit a certain point where it's just like, this is what I want to do, and they like, I don't want to do that no more. Their whole perspective changed. Now you're locked in.
I feel like that's like my bad to cut you off. I feel like that's like the honeymoon phase. Like shit be great for this allotted amount of time. Then after that, even if you come up with something like, hey, I want to do this, and they not feeling it, it's just like, nah, I'm not with it. Fuck that.
And after
it's
that,
like, damn, I got to do this by myself. Like I thought you was my partner. It's supposed to.
Now
supposed to work with
now
me.
You're invested, and once you're invested, you feel obligated to do certain things. You can't just leave this relationship now because you have this tension. You feel obligated to. You have to work on it. You have to make it better. You have to compromise. Fuck all of that. I'm gonna be real 100 with you. I tell people now what I preach is if you go into a relationship 100% happy with yourself, then you motherfuckers be attracted to you. You don't have to go searching. But if you looking for somebody to fill a void in you, they're just gonna fill that void with their bullshit. With all of their baggage and everything that they have that's negative in their life. So now you got to deal with your shit and their shit. And now you're unhappy with yourself and you're happy with the condition that they brought.
You're gonna ignore all that shit until one day you wake up, it's gonna be too late.
It's gonna be too much to handle. Now you can't escape. Now you got a whole life with this person, your whole life intertwined with this individual. I feel like people don't spend enough time trying to love themselves before they trying to get into these relationships with other people. Mm-hmm. Like I know individuals right now that just got a divorce last year. They done been in 3 serious relationships in the course of the last 12 months.
Because if you're a broken person, it's just like them puzzle pieces are already missing. So you're trying to just build that off of somebody else shit. It's like, yo, you gotta fix yourself before you get help, fix, or be with anybody. Honestly, that's how I personally feel about this shit.
That's facts. That's facts. Well,
but everybody don't look at it like that.
It look like you have something on your mind, bro. Like, speak to the people,
like,
bro.
As far as like Valentine's Day, since we're speaking on Valentine's Day, we started from where it starts. When you were a kid in the classroom, They used to give you 30 cards so everybody could be included and everybody could feel loved. It was the whole point of it was to feel everybody to feel positive. When you're a child, Valentine's Day isn't about you and one person. You brung cards for the entire every girl in the class. You went, you gave her a card. If you liked it, you wrote her a poem. And girls like that kind of shit. It's once they hit like maybe 10 and 11. Gold ring, name plates. This is when you got to get me that now. So now the game has changed now. Because they want to be grown up. They're around these grown ups and they're pushing that into the children. But when it start with Valentine's Day, when you were a kid, the first time you celebrated it, it's innocent and it's positive. Because it includes everybody. I just wanted to make sure that was because what they do to us as humans, they corrupt us. Did he go to Jared's? It wasn't telling kids that. You know what I'm saying? You had the ring pop,
Pandora and all this.
You got your ring pop. You went to the girl. You gave her a ring pop, and she liked you. Whatever. She pulled it out and sucked it. She was letting you know early in life what she was going to be doing. That's another comment. Yeah, it's just. But as far as this, now speeding it up to adulthood in the relationship stuff that I was just saying, a lot of people, they don't know what the fuck they want to do with their life. They don't have their like. You got a job, you shouldn't be in a relationship or no fucking marriage because
why not?
It can change. If I know this person has a 30-year career, I know that I have to get with that program. When you dealing with people, either they're gonna get on your program or you're gonna get on theirs, or it's gonna always be chaotic. It's all the most successful people.
Because it's clashing.
Either they're going, if the women more successful most times, all right, baby, we're gonna do it like this. Are you okay with this program? I got this job in California, we make enough money, I can take care of you. Some men are like, okay, we can do that, I'll take care of the kids or whatever. But you have to have that kind of relationship and y'all have to be on the same chord with the same goal. A lot of people out here is selfish. That's the number one. We are the most selfish generation out of every. Nigga get mad if his phone moves too slow. Bitch, what you doing? Why is you doing this? Why is you doing? Nigga, why you doing this? We are in a society where every TV show is like that. Everything is designed to create chaos in the minds of the people, especially the female, because she's the weaker vessel and she's easier to manipulate. If I can get her to disrespect you and not respect you as a man and get on your nerves like every sitcom does, we could destroy shit, make money for divorce court, make money for these lawyers, make money for everybody. But everybody's miserable and fucked up.
So I say this to you.
Know what I'm saying?
If she's the weaker vessel, why is it that she has the most influence? Men are conditioned from the time they are fucking born to please the woman. Why do men go out there and buy expensive cars?
Not all men.
Expensive shoes.
Not all men.
Most of them. Why they want the best joints?
In European society,
why they want the best cars?
Remember, like
they wanted to appeal to female.
Africa, it's not like that. We're gonna make sure that we're clear on this. Africa, it's not like that.
And I agree. I'm not talking about here and now. Even with just
you can say Europe too. Anywhere where it's European, everything is flipped backwards. Everything. The man in Africa leads. When you look at the lion, you know what makes the lion so gangster? The bitch lions go get his food. They make it seem like the lion's this big hunter. No, the females hunt and he go and fuck them. Yeah. Niggas come around. If you beat me, you can have these hoes. If not, I'm gonna beat your ass and send you on the way. The tiger is the real nigga. The tiger's the heaviest. I'm coming through. I'm killing shit. He gotta do it himself. Look this up. If you disagree, look it up. If you disagree, look it up. If you disagree, look it up.
I know that about the lion. You're right. You're right about.
Who doing all the hunting? They got their females out there putting that work in.
They do the hunting, but when shit get thick in the fight,
but then look,
he run down. It's a wrap.
The tiger don't got nobody to get his food. The tiger gotta go get it himself.
That's why he's not alone.
The lion's a pimp.
I like an animal talk. But what about the male penguin? What does he do?
I don't fuck with birds.
When
they sit on the egg.
They hatch the egg. They hatch the egg. So they take on the female role and the woman go out and get it in. Go hunt.
Okay, but what do we compare to? The lion or the fucking bird niggas out there on the ice? We're more mammal than pig.
I'm not saying I agree with the lifestyle, but I'm like, but this is the role reversal. Like the role reversal is
here. This is why men feel shame when they can't buy shit. Then you go to Jared's, all these different things. That's shaming language. Yeah. But it's made to this. Weak men only are affected by that. You think Polish dudes that are big as shit, that pay all the bills and can do shit. You think they give a fuck about that? Look at their wives. Their wives be regular as hell and cook all the food and do what they say. They come home, kick their boots off, she cleans it and shuts the fuck up. Keep it up.
Because when it comes to Valentine's Day, I'm gonna play devil's advocate, and I'm also going.
I think it's good.
I'm gonna play that because I feel like y'all talk about today, the society that we in is very fast paced, so it's easily to lose that aspect of loving people and death and things like that. Like we be so shell shocked and shit by death and shit, but we never really pay attention to our loved ones that's near us while they're alive. You know, and I think like Valentine's Day at least give you one day to kind of honor whoever you're with. Sometimes people are genuinely in love, but they try to just, you know, survive and stay with the societal norms or whatever. And on the other side, I do see like it's starting to become more or less about the monetary value of what you could get me. Because what do women do the first thing when they come to work the next day? They want to know what you got, what you get. Why my man didn't get me that? So I see both sides of the spectrum. Dudes, for us, we could care less. You know, the goal obviously for dude is to get ass, get some pussy. You know, we keep it simple. We don't even care about no gifts. You know what I mean? But I think it's for women, it's more like bragging rights. It's for that braggadocious aspect to say my husband or my boyfriend love me more than your husband or your boyfriend. You know, and I think
that'd be the outside things, bro. Not to cut you off, but that'd be the outside things that be affecting the relationship. And stuff. It'd be sometimes it'd be a lot of stuff that don't matter that y'all shouldn't even really be worried about. Like you said, like it's a competition of who got this and who got that. When really, like you said, the day's supposed to just be like, yo, this today I'm about to just commemorate really my love for you. I understand it, you know what I'm saying? I understand the concept of it. It's just when it be taking all these different ways, like and I think it corrupted, like you said, bro.
And another thing too, I feel like it's a way for us to not get a break financially too, like especially dudes, because dudes gotta pay throughout the year. We pay throughout the year from the time of birthdays, from the time of Mother's Day, from the time of Christmas, from the time of Easter to the time of Valentine's
this day. I gotta pay more.
Like the men don't really get a break. Fathers, they get a little rundown coffee mug, a little hand drawn picture from our kids.
I was about to say, they don't mean as much. We gonna keep it a stat. A lot of women making more money than they men. So this is why they hold that animosity. Okay, True. That's why. They want you to have that white Benz with the ribbon, like the commercial, and the wife comes out there and says, which one is mine? They want that life.
Oh, that commercial, never mind.
This is why they show it. Why do they show those commercials during football, basketball, all male activity events?
I heard this guy say the other day.
It's all made to destroy the man, but it's positivity when you look at it. Everybody that celebrates Valentine's Day, they don't celebrate it with a you know like a wife or a husband. They might celebrate it with their mom or their sibling or something like that. It depends. You can put that spin on it too. I've seen that. It all depends how you move it. It's about positivity though. That's why when you're a kid, it's about positivity. Everybody love Cupid, blah blah blah. As you get older, it becomes materialism. Oh, why the fuck you ain't get me that 24 karat shit? My pussy stayed wet, this, that, and the other. Okay, bitch, but goddamn. I only make about 17 an hour, and I'm on child support. You know the deal.
All you bring it to the table is box.
Like that. What? Well, I'm not going. I was about to. I'll let you continue on that. Go ahead, y'all go ahead, brother.
And all right. So if we want to go floating off of that comment, a lot of the times women have this high expectation of the man. He has to be able to provide. He has to have this, that. He has to go like this. He has to have the career. He has to have the house. He has to have the cars. But all they doing is folding clothes at Old Navy. And then when you ask them, what do you want to do with yourself? I don't know. Sweetheart, you're 35 and you have no business with doing nothing more than folding clothes at fucking Old Navy.
My thing is,
but your expectation of me is to have everything?
If I don't even have, if I don't even meet your expectations from the beginning, why do you even why do you even go get into all that?
I feel like honestly that like they may do that because they just want somebody there. Honestly,
I think they retarded and don't know what they want most times.
That's a possibility too, but
especially if they ain't had no good father in the crib to get their mom right or uncle or something. They retarded out here.
If you want to get to the root of it, it's all dream chasing. From the time that these little girls are born, they're born and bred to believe that they have to chase this picture of being a wife and a mother to somebody to all the time. When they have to have the house with the white picket fence with the husband
With
that's
the best looking husband, not just no. They want the best looking husband
of everything.
That's everybody
though.
that's humans
Exactly.
like period.
That's
Like
human nature.
that's how
men
we are.
and women
Period.
are chasing this picture that we are bred to fucking chase. The man, we have to be the provider. We have to be this. We have to be able to do these things as a husband. This is what we must do. The woman, she has to be able to have a child. She has to be able to do this, etc., etc., etc. These are the expectations that were set from the time they were fucking born. So when we get to a certain age, we don't have those things. Now we mad, we angry, we bitter. So we don't really know what we want. So now at 35, just when you ask a woman, so what do you want? They just tell you, they run off a script pretty much. This is what I expect. You got to be able to do this. You got to be able to provide. You got to be able to fit. It's now just a script.
I feel like women don't even. I disagree with you. They don't really get into the really what they want. Women are very vague in when they talk. That's why when you ask them if they mad, they don't really. Oh, I'm alright, but they expect you to figure this shit out. They don't never really communicate until things really get ugly, and that's when you hear everything.
Everything come out all at once. You're just like, oh shit.
But I've learned that love is definitely 100% commitment on both sides. I was told that by a woman. She said, Steve, I don't want nobody that's gonna love me 50% and I love 50% because we ain't really doing it how we should be doing. We should be giving 100 and 100. So we should have 200%, honestly, because if one is doing more than another, we see this where the friction and the clashing come. And another thing that I was going to pinpoint too that was on my mind while I was talking was the whole aspect of friendship. You know, you can't take a test and expect to pass if you never studied or you don't know what's on the test. A lot of us don't know what's on the test because we going off the physical attractions. We don't really get to know people. And a lot of men, I feel like most of our troubles come from the internal, the emotional aspect where we feel like we can't rely on nobody, or we feel like we need that person to understand if I'm coming in feeling something like you. A lot of time women come in the house with you, they don't even know your energy off because they so in tune with their own world. You know, and that's one thing that kind of trouble relationships that I think from the male perspective, we never really get to really vocalize how we feel because we suppress it for everything else in life. So we never really like we could love our girl to the moon and beyond or whatever, and we'll express that. But then when we going through something, you know, we it's like we have nowhere to go. We stuck in a corner. Sometimes we can't even go to our homies, but the closest person to us is our girl. And we can't sometimes even go to them and be like, yo, I'm mentally drained today.
Yeah.
Like I feel fucked up or whatever. Like and it's tough, bro. Like that's what make relationship tough. And I think for women, most women, I'm not gonna speak for most women, but just from my thought process of most women, I feel like every woman want a dominant man, but then in today's society, they don't allow the man to take on that role too, you know, because of the aspect because they're able to make more money than us. So, like we talked about earlier about just having that balance in the household and you know the lion establishing who he is. Like if a man doesn't make the bread how he's supposed to make the bread, it kind of eliminates his whole aspect of his thought or anything that he wanted to live in that household. You know what I mean? Because nigga, I expect you to clean on Wednesdays, you know, because the house been kind of crazy, and I'll do this. Wednesday come, shorty ain't been do it, and that to a man, I think, is disrespectful as hell.
That's as bad as cheating to me. If I tell you something you don't do it, oh, all right, that's how you feel. I bet.
You don't honor me. It's just saying like
I was about to say, is it taking
I
it
can-
like disrespect? You know, so
I can totally speak on that dynamic, and I say that because in my experience, my ex, she was at some point was more financially in control than I was. But once I came into my inheritance and I came into my new career and the finances changed and I became in control and all this person was contributing was $250 a month, the whole dynamic of the relationship changed. I'm now in a position whereas I'm seeing you for your true colors. So now I'm excited about me and my passion and what I want to do, and you can't even be happy for me because now you're seeing that I'm in control and you don't like that. So now everything is a problem. You can't even be happy with the fact that you're saying back you got a brand new car. Are you paying $250 a month? Your insurance is taken care of, your job is taken care of, your life is easy. But the fact that the person that you're with is trying to do more for himself and you're not on board with that because now you don't have that financial control, you're scared that you're gonna lose it. So then when you have that now that as a male, being in control, I gotta make a decision. Do I want to continue to live what this picture of a relationship is supposed to be, or do I want to pursue what actually makes me happy? See, for me, I grew up in a house. My father was married my whole life. So I always seen what marriage was like. So I chased that picture my entire life. And I mean, Valentine's Day was one of those big things. I gotta find me a girl. I gotta get somebody that love me like my stepmother loved my father. I need that. If I don't have that, I feel like this is a week. So I put all this pressure on this fucking day because of what I wanted. I mean, what I was programmed to want. But after going through it, it's just like, am I happier now just having the freedom to be myself? And what could a person add to that? And if this person is not 100% on board, am I a piece of shit for saying I don't want to deal with you? Am I selfish because I want this person to do what I want? Not even want to do what I want, just agree with my path in life and not be an injection on that, opposed to trying to make me fit into their ideal of what a husband is supposed to be, what society has told them a husband is supposed to be, or whatever their life has led them to believe that a marriage is supposed to look like. Am I wrong for not wanting that for my life?
I actually have a question for y'all. Do you think that the way you were brought up has affected y'all in relationships?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
No, like I know how I feel about it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see how everybody else felt.
Hell yeah.
I'll play a part with everybody, I think. For sure.
But
For sure.
like I don't see people speak on it more so. So
Yeah.
I just want to
And then
get
sometimes you
some.
don't be knowing people's situation either.
Of
You
course,
know what
like I don't go
especially
looking to ask.
a female too. Because a female, you don't know what she been through before she got to you. You know what I'm saying? And that
That's
be a lot
100%.
of time. Everybody be scarred up, bro.
Yeah,
Basically,
like
people
shit.
be scarred up from stuff that they went through. So, like some of it not even communicated. Like some shit that people be together for years, they never told you
yeah.
what happened to them.
When
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So it be a lot of shit. I be trying to look at it from a different angle. Like, yo, like you gotta just love a person in this day and age. It's a lot of outside stuff that, like I keep saying, it's outside stuff that be messing inside of your relationship. Like if this is the person that you want to be with, like and y'all want to make it work, it's just about like being basically best friends, like not letting nobody infiltrate what y'all got going on, yo.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Like not letting nobody infiltrate that, because HaseTrek just said it. Like that's the person that you're gonna be in the house with. Like if you go through something, that's gonna be the
That's
damn
the
near the
first
first person
person
to
you
know
go to,
about it,
yeah,
first
that's a
person
fact.
you be
That's
able
a
to
fact.
talk to. So that person you want to have that connection with, because you're gonna have that connection for a long time if this the person you're
Person you
supposed to
plan on
be
being
with.
with.
Like,
I was in a relationship for 13 years.
That's my tip.
My first kid.
I tell you,
I could tell you, I could say, it's all how you do it. Like you got to be with the person you're supposed to be with, like, or it gotta be worth it for you. Not like worth it, but that just gotta be like y'all gotta make it work. Like y'all gotta be more friends than anything. Like
I
it's
actually
friends
I had a
first.
question
Like,
about
you
that
gotta
too.
be friends, like friends, really friends first.
That actually ties into what I was about to say, because I was about to ask, like, especially in society now, like people just jump into shit. So it's just like, do y'all feel you should be friends with a female or whatever, or just like y'all get cool before you jump into a relationship?
yo,
Because
that's just
I
as
have
important.
done it personally, like just jumped into a relationship, and then when shit start going bad, I'm like, yo, I don't really know this person.
These days, I gotta talk to you for a couple of days. I don't even know if I want to give you my phone number. I'll probably give you like WhatsApp or what messenger or something
Yeah,
first. 'Cause
something
shit
to
crazy
build.
these days.
Like,
Like I need to know who you be around, all kind of shit first.
a lot of
this
that
is my
plays into.
perspective.
Who be like for real?
For the last year, I've been saying I'm not going into relationships. I don't want them. But there has been females that made me think maybe it's a possibility, right? But I be wanting to take my time. No offense to no female, but they want to jump into relationships so quickly they don't allow me the time to get to know them. And they put this pressure on me to,
like
you got to be my boyfriend now. Hold on, sweetheart. I'm bringing so much to the table. You're not even matching my energy right now. I'm trying to get to learn you. What are your goals? Where you trying to go? What's going to happen with us within the next 10 years? If you can't provide that for me, I don't want that. But females now is like, within the 2 weeks, like, so what's up?
They pressing
Did you
it.
hold up?
Are we
In the
together?
2 weeks, did you tap the pussy?
I mean, come on, bro. But that's
They did it like the
Hold
first
on.
couple days or the first week.
With
So you
grown,
tapped it. Yeah.
that's why.
Well, we
You
grown.
know why. They gonna say one thing, you tap the pussy a certain kind of way,
All that shit is out the
all
window.
that's out the
like,
window.
all that shit is out the window.
Here's
That's
me,
all
though.
I'm saying.
I say this. I'm very, very, very upfront. I'll be like, I don't want a relationship. This is what I'm just trying to.
It sounds
we
good.
all say that
It sounds good.
I understand, and I'm
We all
learning.
have
I'm
been through that
learning
shit.
that once sex has become a
It's a whole
thing,
different.
they have the expectation I can change this nigga. And that's why I kind of wish we had females on the show because I wanted to ask that question, like, why is that? Like, how can you
Because sex
expect?
deals with
I tell you what's
emotion.
what, and I
Emotion,
tell you how adamant I am about it. And you think just because we had sex that think that's just supposed to magically change.
Like I don't
say
understand like that. For a fact, but like that it does change it a lot. Like Fee said, it's more emotional with
Now,
them. So it's
again,
like that'll bring a whole different side to them. But to you, it's just like, all right, I'll beat. It is what it is.
Again, I've considered it, but I want to take my time because I'm not about to waste. Right now, homeowner, I got my career, I got my cars, I know what I want. Like, I want to travel, I want to be had the freedom to do more. So
Women
if
need
you
that
come into the
title.
table with
They
nothing,
need to
with
know.
all you
Yeah.
have,
They need to know.
you
That shit is
understand?
weird to me.
You
Like
come into the
this
table
title don't
with
solidify
one or two
shit,
kids,
really,
you fucking don't have a job or you don't have a career, you don't know what you want in life, but you expect me to jump into a relationship with you? I don't understand that.
You ever notice you could deal with a woman for years and y'all not be in a relationship and everything will be smooth, right? Or I probably have them, and like once you give them that title or once y'all become like a couple, like
shit change.
the problems start.
Yep.
The phone call start. Where you at?
Mm-hmm.
Like just
They turned
the
to a whole
title.
different person. It's
Yeah,
like, whoa, like you
it's
wasn't
the
acting like
title.
this a couple months ago.
Yeah.
When you give them the title, is you feel entitled.
Yeah. A title brings entitlement. Like
That's all. Yeah.
a title brings entitlement.
But
Like,
it be dudes that be like that too. To contradict, not even contradict, but on both sides, like it be dudes that feel like, oh, just because they got a girl, like I own her, like this and that.
no,
Like,
it's
it go both
definitely
ways,
guys that's
and
out
that
here
be
like
why
that.
they be feeling like like females feel like they could do that back to us. Like,
Mhm.
what you doing? What you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That shit
yeah.
be like that,
Real.
like, and that be like, yo, that shit be crazy, like,
And that come from some in some cases it come from like experience or just past
Scars
happenings,
and
like
shit.
Past
ill
relationships,
things happen,
like
ill
QG
things
said.
happen,
Scars
like
and
oh
shit.
you done been through some shit, like your last boyfriend or your last girlfriend that cheated on you or you cheated, so I mean this the same kind of scenario that happened, or like you just
Or it
know.
just feel the
Yeah,
same.
just
So it's like,
just
all right,
being
now I gotta
mindful,
watch this shit.
just being mindful or knowing the things that happen, like if you're not doing it.
I'll be the first to admit, moment of weakness. In this last year, I realized that I'm very scarred by my past decade of a relationship, right? And the main thing that I want that I felt like I lost in that relationship was my freedom. And I feel like going into a relationship, if any way or form that a female is taking away from that freedom, I don't want no part of it. If I can't get up and fly to my California when I want to, I don't want no part of it. If my nephew called me up like, yo, uncle come through and I gotta explain to you I'm going to my nephew's house and we gotta have this negative energy, I don't want no part of it. If I say I want to go pursue this dream or this endeavor and you give me this energy that is a dumb idea, I don't want no fucking part of it. And I feel like trying to be in this relationship, there's too much of an expectancy that's too much to expect another person to want to deal with. There's never going to be a person that's going to be okay with you leaving when you want to leave, doing what you want to do when you want to do it, and just just living your life. They're always going to want to be involved or injected
because it's a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. Like
And
it gotta come with compromise.
You can't just come and go as you please. Like you can, but you can't. Like it's a relationship. You got somebody, like you got a significant other. You got somebody to basically answer to.
So as a man, why do you talk to me, brother? Why am I wrong for like I understand that as a relationship now, knowing that is what a relationship entails. That's why I don't want one.
It don't
Why
even
am I
sound like
wrong
First
for
of
one.
all,
not wanting
nigga,
one?
you ain't hopping up taking no flight.
Yeah,
What
like
the
ain't
fuck is you
nobody
thinking?
like.
Like, if you got a girl, she not letting you hop and just take a flight to where? Where you going, nigga? Where is you going that she
I'm
gonna
coming
let you
too.
go?
Yeah, that's a
I'm
fact.
And
coming
this
too.
bitch is there and she not there, and you just somewhere far as hell at that. Like,
But
you not gonna get that.
but to even say
Why
that,
can't you trust me enough to do that?
I mean,
What
that's
have I
hard.
ever done in
That's
this
hard,
relationship
bro.
for you to make you
You
think
wouldn't trust her doing that though?
Why won't I?
No, I wouldn't.
Why won't I?
I wouldn't. Why would you though?
Because she's never done anything to make me think that she would cheat on me. She's never engaged another nigga. She don't be getting random text messages from niggas. She don't be out talking to other niggas. I've never walked up on her.
I
with
feel like
another
that
nigga.
that
Never.
has to do with like a trust
Never.
issue. Type.
Yeah, that's
Well,
trust.
not
Yeah, that's
trust
exactly what
issues,
it
but
is.
like just like all right, like what the fuck, like what's
But
your
even if
agenda for this
even
shit?
if she
Like,
lived that clean slate,
it's
you can't
always
say
that what
it'd be
if.
a
It's
thought
just
in
like
your mind.
I don't
Like,
know.
yo, she
Oh, you
all the
just
way
trying to take this
somewhere.
flight
You don't know
tonight?
what's
Like, where
really
you
going
going?
on.
Like,
Like, what if she all the way somewhere? You don't really know what's going on. You know how it is these days. You can't front like everybody just squeaky. You know what I'm
Nah, but
saying?
like,
But I
nah,
mean,
go
like
ahead.
you said, it goes back to trust. I'm just we was just talking about catching a flight and all that, but just in everyday life to trust, like even with small stuff, because you know small stuff be big
Be
problems.
big,
Like
yeah,
Yo,
you could
yeah.
say going to the store and it's like you know what I
What store
mean,
you going to and
or
oh,
whatever.
like
Like
yo,
y'all
I'm
getting in
literally
a
going to
beef
buy
about
t-shirts.
that, and that's just
I'm going to
because
buy
y'all not
t-shirts. I'm going to
together.
get vinyl. Like,
That's
what the
just
fuck?
because y'all not together. Mom try to get up together, go to the store or some shit like that. Like some things we be making big things, but if people was to just do it together, like you gotta be like on some
I feel
old
like
people shit a little bit.
communication plays a
Like
lot
if
in
you
that.
really love this
It really
person,
do.
like yo, boom, all right, yo, not oh, I'm gonna be here doing this and you gonna go do that. Fuck it, let's go. Let's load up. Let's go. Let's take the kids. Let's be out.
Well,
What we doing? It don't matter what it is, bro.
yeah,
Sometimes that be the bond that you be needing, like as
because
far
that could
as
push your shit over the top. Honestly, having somebody you comfortable with, like especially if it's
That goes
somewhere
back to the
where you
friendship.
not,
yeah, the
yeah,
friendship,
yeah.
the
That gotta be your
friendship,
best
bro.
friend,
Alright,
like
so
your
friendship.
road dog.
Case and scenario, and I can see this coming in the future just within us here. We fly to Miami, brother shit. We going for Vine birthday, August.
Right.
You just tell your girl, I want to go. She give you pushback, I don't want you to go. You going with niggas. I know bitches gonna be there. Why should you, as a man, not be able to go with your homies to his birthday party and you
It
never
depends.
gave your girl no reason to think that you would step out?
It
You
depends
take
on.
care of your bills, you take care of her, you take care of your
That's what I was
kids,
about to
you
say.
home, your shit is square. She not catching you no bitches in your phone, she be random text messages, she not catching you sexing nobody, nothing. But now all of a sudden, because you want to go hang with your homies, you want to do something without her for the first time in God knows how long, you wrong?
I mean, it's ahead of if
I'm
it's
not
ahead
gonna
of
say you're
time.
wrong.
If it's ahead of time, it should be okay. Cause like females take vacations with their girls all the time. Like
I feel like
they always
like,
want to go somewhere with their girl. Always want to
Bust
go on a
down
trip.
thighs.
this nigga.
Nah, like just
I think
It-
trips shouldn't really like mess up a relationship.
But
Man,
it
'cause that
can.
shows that
And it does.
shows
And
I
that
would,
can.
yeah,
yeah.
I
It
want her to
can.
be able to do that too.
Pussy
Though.
looser
Exactly.
when it left. You
I feel
know,
like
nothing to be said.
I feel like when
You ain't gotta ask her.
when I want something in terms of like a female, I want a female definitely to be able to support me, but I do want that freedom to be able to say, I'm a man and I want to chill with my boys. Like even I'm a reference Tupac, man. I'm a big Tupac fan. Tupac said, I spend more time with my niggas than I do with you. Like that. That's really kind of how it go. Like that's kind of how a man really develops himself anyway by being around other sharp men. Like just because I'm going to chill with them, you don't know. Like it ain't we
Still
going to have
trying
a
still.
fuck fest every time. Sometimes we might just go really build and look at life and analyze life. But I with this whole relationship thing and trust is one of those big things. But beyond trust come the communication because the lack of trust come from the lack of communication anyway. You know what I mean? Like QG reference, I like when he said the whole aspect of doing it together. A lot of relationships, like I say, lose that aspect of relationship, especially when there's either the tie, what they call them, the whatever it's tie, wetting ties, or if kids are involved, you see the aspect of, you know, parenting, and you see the aspect of relationships sometimes don't fuse well, or you'll see like one outdo the other.
finances.
Yeah, yeah. And so and that's where like that's more or less parenting. When you think finances, that's parenting to me. Like that's adulting or parenting, you know what I mean? Because if y'all can't get past finances, y'all really ain't got no real strong relationship anyway. But that's a major point because I remember somebody even saying that finances will fuck up a relationship before cheating.
Yeah, well, majority of divorces is
because of
infidelity and money.
Yeah.
And 80% of them, 80% of divorces
It's
are
money.
filed by women. The bitches that claim they want to be married and I want to be a wife. So why do 80% of you motherfuckers
I don't like
fight
it
for
no
divorce?
more.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. And
It didn't work out for you, huh, boo?
I heard this from a wise old man. Women are chasing a wedding and not marriage.
And they don't want to play the wife role.
They're
So the key,
chasing
they want to
that
be
picture of
That's a
walking down the
lifetime,
Princess
aisle,
Diana
wearing the
bitch.
dress, getting married, saying I do, but they're not willing to commit
That's
to
for a
everything
lifetime,
that those
too.
vows are incorporated with. But to go back to what you were just saying and what you and QG was saying, how you say do things together, there's a dynamic there. There's a difference between doing things together and being committed to doing things together. In my past history, the person I was with would do things with me, but they wasn't really with me. So their body was there, but they wasn't doing what I needed to do
present
to make this happen
Yeah.
for me, to make this feel like they were really wanting to be a part, that they wanted to see me
And that's
success.
major. That's
And
major.
That
they
plays
were
a part
just
in the partnership.
there
like,
because
of
they
y'all
wanted
being
to say
together.
that I committed, I supported, but you didn't really support me. You were just physically there, but your heart wasn't there. Your mind wasn't there. So again, if you're not with a person that's 100% dedicated with you, and that's a lot to ask for, I understand. That's being really selfish. But at the end of the day, it's hard to find somebody that's 100% there for you. But if you don't, at some point, there's going to be friction, and that friction is going to start small and it's going to grow to something big. To some point where you're just going to be like, I just need one.
Your partner should be that though. Anyway,
I was about to,
because your partner should believe in you 100%.
I think they should be there. Like,
Yeah,
I look at
100%.
I know marriages ain't perfect. They gonna argue, whatever. But like you said, if I'm having something or if I'm involved in something, you should involve yourself in it.
Yeah.
If you see me up busting down shirts by myself, they like step in and help me. You know, it's help me. All right, what you doing here? What's this logo mean? We want me to put this
or have
at?
some input, something.
Or if I come and exactly be able to have some input,
Like,
or just be involved.
what you
Repost
think
my
about this
stuff,
logo
all
or
that.
whatever the case may be, something. It's just like, yo, help me out.
You
Something.
should be my #1 fan, and likewise, I should be yours. When you're doing something, I should be pumping you up.
One hand wash the other. Like,
And it should be natural. It should be real. It's like you said, I shouldn't have to worry if you really sincere about your gestures in the relationship. Like, I go back to like the whole topic of society, man. Like with the women elevated over us right now, presently, you see this more frequently in like relationships. Even if we watching like celebrity relationships too, we see like the guy just really not in when he's doing something of some type of merit or some type of or whatever. It's kind of like diminished in the men, or we kind of like overlook it, and it's just crazy, man. Like to me, I feel like if a relationship don't offer that 100 piece is worthless, man. And that friendship, I firmly believe in a friendship because if you got a friendship and anybody that got friends, when y'all get into an argument, y'all niggas could talk in like a day or two. We could be capable of talking a day or two. Even yo, man, fuck you, did they go sour? But then a couple days they be like, yo, what you doing, yo?
Communication be there. Like
I can speak for myself. I know I'm bad with that. Like, especially in relationships. Like, it's like I start to hold grudges. This is like, if like we could be good, then we argue. I don't want to talk to you. Like, I'm not just about to. Like, you can hit me that next day.
Be on some sucker shit.
Shut up, nigga. Like, you can hit me that next day. I'm like, nah, fuck that. We're not talking. Fuck that.
We go through that too.
But I've learned from where that came from. So I'm a work in progress. So I know I got to work on that.
It take growth and maturity. One thing I take, and I appreciate from my last relationship, I grew a lot as a person. I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about my anger issues. I learned a lot about my relationship issues with having relationships with other people and connecting with other people. So coming out of that, I've learned to deal with those things, deal with those issues. I'm able to reach out to people, make connections, and ask for help. I'm able to acknowledge the things that trigger me, that make me upset, that make me mad, and get ahead of those things.
You got smarter from the
I
scars,
mean,
bro.
so
That's the
I learned
shit.
from
That's
that.
good.
I mean, and I say one thing, like my ex, she wasn't a bad person. We just didn't fucking click. We just didn't. I mean, we didn't work together.
It happens.
But I learned so much through those 9-10 years of being with that person that I'm happy with who I am now and where my life is going. I'm a better person. And if I ever get into another relationship, I'm gonna be the perfect nigga because I know that the person I'm with is gonna be for me. Because if they wasn't, I wouldn't have made that commitment to say, this is my girl. I'm not just giving anybody a title anymore.
Don't go wrong.
You gotta earn the title, and I'm not doing that. Team No Babies, nigga. 33 years, Team No Babies is not happening.
You out here slinging raw dick, you know what's gonna happen. So
yeah, no, we're not.
No,
you don't want no
I love kids, but I like being able to send my kids home at 4 o'clock. Nah, man, I'm good with that.
Shit. That's that Clint.
I had some questions too, man.
I actually, well, while you getting your shit together,
I think.
Well, no, go ahead.
One of my questions was, and this would have been if the ladies was here or not, but what age or around what mark do you consider your feelings of love to be real? Like, when did you feel like, I really like this girl and I think this legit might be real, like real, that I know what this feeling is, or was it just a strong lustful emotion? Like, what age or around what time in your period or the period in your life did you feel like, I think this, I get this love feeling, like, damn, she takes my heart.
Go ahead, Des.
Anybody.
It was, now for me, it was when I was like 13, 14. And this is why. It was the first time I had sex with her. And I felt like the first time having that physical interaction, that this was something more than I've ever experienced in my life, that this shit was real. Like, I genuinely cared for her well-being, who she was as a person, where she was going with her future. I just wanted the best for her, and I just wanted to be around her all the time. You know what I mean? And for me, having those emotions, even at 14, it's just a matter of maturity. Like, you can be 14 or you can be 21. Even at 21, you can say you love a person, but if you're not mature enough, emotionally mature, you don't really know what love is. So it just depends on your upbringing and who you are and how emotionally mature you are as a person.
Anybody else? Like, what age did you feel like that you took love serious, so you knew what that feeling was?
I want to say I was 21, I believe. Like, of course, like I've said, like, yeah, I love you to other girls and shit, and like, and meant it. But it's just like at that time, I was just like I love you, just like a word.
Was you a virgin to that 21?
No.
I'm just
No.
okay.
I was young. I was young. I was young saying I love you.
No, I was definitely young. But I mean, like, when I actually meant it.
I think
Not to say that I didn't mean it when I said it prior, but it was just more so like I really like the feelings was really there. Like, it was just like, damn, like, oh, I really love this motherfucker. So it was that one relationship, like, it was different. But prior to that, even being younger, like, I said it, I meant it, but it just like the feelings wasn't there with it. Like, I really love this person. Like, I don't want to see shit bad happen to you. Like, I'm there for you, type shit like that. But it was just more so like, I fuck with you, I love you. But after 21, it was just like, damn, like, yo, I'm like, it's a vibe. Like, I really fuck with you. Like,
it was a deeper feeling.
Yeah.
QG, you got anything?
I would say, well, like, you used to like having a certain lifestyle. Like, say, I don't want to say like a player type nigga, but it's a nigga that be doing what he want to do. You know what I'm saying? Basically, like, he don't got no girl. He doing what he want to do. And then it'd be like sometimes a female will show you something different. And really, it'll change you. Sometimes it'll change you. Some people can't be changed. Like, say, like, you get a girl and she doing stuff for you that other girls
And
ain't
nobody
never
ever did.
did
Like,
for you.
damn.
You used to live in a certain way, but then you be like, yo, it might be something to this. Like, and then that type of love be better. Like, especially if you start dealing with that person on a regular basis, like that, that'd be type of different love than that. Like y'all said earlier, it'd be quick love, and it ain't really, you know what I mean? It ain't deep. Like, you gotta really get to know people. That's what I'm basically trying to say. Like, to even really love them that deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you could love a person and care about them and everything, you know what I'm saying? But it be them same people be breaking up with that person and never see them again, and you really felt that way about them, but was it really deep? Like, damn, you ain't never see him again. You don't even care. So was that really love? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what be bugging me about. Like, it's so many levels to that. You know what I mean? Love to that shit. Like, do you really, really love that person? If you ain't never see him again, y'all went together. You know what I'm saying? Like
strong lust.
You know what I'm saying? Like, was it?
I don't know. I was young. I was handsome, so I dealt with. I had a lot of little
He
girlfriends
said
and
I
shit.
was handsome.
I said I'm just being honest. Like I said I love you a lot when I was young, but I don't think I really meant it or like it really like meant something until like I remember like my first kids.
I was in love with a chick named Tamara when I was young, but it wasn't like I say well I was young. That's like young puppy love
Young
kind of
love.
shit. But like where I had to play the role and really like I really would lay my life on the line. Oh, when I was messing with Lisa, like 17, 18. I was risking it all. Risking it all. I'm going through the blood hood to see this bitch every day, 30 pond. Nothing but bloods down there waiting for this nigga. Yep, I'm coming to see you. Fuck you. Yeah, she was everything at that time, man. Real, I was buying her shit, buying all kinds of jewelry and shit. Nigga had a little job and shit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, nigga. I thought I was made. Nigga paying for the movie tickets and shit.
Them young years kind of really directed. Now I agree. I think for me
that
too.
First cut, bro, you start getting the first little cuts to the heart. After like third one, you're like, that's enough. I can't do it.
That first
that should have changed you.
The teenage stuff, that stuff is serious. I think I felt somewhat. I don't think it was like Juan said, what PG said, like what I mentioned. Oh, the girl Jay, y'all read the book. Y'all know who Jay is. I put the real name in it, but that was like my first real experience and first girlfriend I really like took serious. But because I feel like she exposed me to stuff too. Like another point as to what QG say, like when you deal with women, sometimes you'll realize that each one is going to expose you to something a little bit more than the next. So if it makes your love increase more, like, damn, okay, she showed me this and she taught me this. Like, damn, all right, that's special. But this one teaches me this, and this. So I think a lot of that magnifies the love. Like then with the first one I like fell in love with, my first girlfriend, like it was a lot of characteristics because a lot of times when you're in a relationship, you really like a person because you see yourself in that person. So I saw a lot of myself in her in terms of like her caring aspect and her open mindedness and her simplicity and shit. So a lot of that like made me really like fall in love with her. And then the fact that you getting ass like point blank being like when you getting ass now it changes up the format. It makes it even more intense.
Yeah. So we have a question from one of our Instagram followers by his name is Lot_WSE. And he writes, Peace King, can you Peace Kings, can you get real perspective on what women's role in relationships are if there's no kids involved? So that I'm pretty sure that was for the guest that was supposed to be able to sit there. Not we're gonna answer that from a man's perspective. And I feel like he was very specific with saying without kids being involved, because a lot of times in relationship with women having kids, you have to prioritize your children. That's natural, and any real man would understand that. So he wants to know, without any kids being involved, what is a woman's role in a relationship? You got to be 100 when you deal with me. You got to give me all that you have to offer, and you got to be open and willing to me doing different things because I'm very adventurous. I'm very goal oriented, and the things that I'm trying to do aren't small. My shit is big picture, and you just have to be able to support me. If you can't play that role, I can't deal with you.
Honestly, I feel like it should be more so like support and just being there for me emotionally, physically, whatever. Because it's like with kids or without, granted, it's harder with kids, but without, shit is still tough. Like dealing with shit emotionally, like physically, like whatever type of work you do or whatever, like all that shit plays a part. So you can have a real fucked up day, excuse my language, but you can have a real fucked up day, and then I gotta come home and argue with you and shit. It's like this shit is not helping. Like none of that shit helps. So it's like just being there emotionally, physically, and just being that person to lean on, I guess you could say. So that's my point of view on it.
I believe like when it's all right, say you said a woman's role in a relationship when there's no kids involved. I feel like that role, I think you would probably be able to be better friends a little bit. Not even better friends. I don't even want to say it like that. But if it's no kids involved and that responsibility is not there yet, y'all is a little bit more freed up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's why I said it was easier.
I would believe that because a lot of the times, like when you got kids, like you said, you gotta prioritize. It be before what y'all trying to do.
Yeah,
It gotta be what you know what I mean. What the kids need most of the time. That goes ahead of y'all trying to have date night. Like, yo, we gotta get up in the morning, get the kids ready for school. You know what I'm saying? It be stuff like that sometimes. That be like, you know, stressful for a relationship. Not even stressful, but you gotta handle that before anything. So I think without kids, as it don't sound, I don't like saying that because I got kids, but I think without kids, and y'all will be a little bit more freed up. Like you said, y'all can take trips. Y'all ain't got to worry about who gonna watch the kids. It'd be just you
It's
and her.
easier.
You know what I mean? I think it'd be different. It's different. I'm not gonna say it's better or worse. It's just different a little bit because that responsibility is a lot. Like especially on a relationship if you with the person, y'all got children. Y'all gotta put the children ahead of y'all, like and all that fun shit y'all, you know, want to do. You gotta be better planned. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all don't have kids, that's a little bit. Y'all can go out the country.
You can maneuver better.
Like you know what I'm saying? Y'all probably maneuver a little all right. That's it. And her role would just be to be your partner, basically. Like y'all can do more shit together. That's just your role, dog. Like
Unconditional.
yeah.
I think with me, I think it's harder in the terms of like to come back on situations and repairing them. Like, cause I have kids, so I would think it's harder to repair stuff like how Vaughn said, like he get to these funks where he don't even want to speak, and now it's like whatever, and it's harder to recoup from disagreements. Like when you got kids, you necessarily have to speak to them sometime. Like even if I don't want to speak to my children's mom, we in the same household. My son is there. We gonna have to speak at some point. We can't not speak. Whereas if we don't have kids involved, we can kind of be stubborn as hell and let our egos guide the relationship.
And that's how I am.
You know?
Like to speak on that. Like, and I'm working on that. But
and my thing too, like, you know, you pinpointed the whole going out thing, and I think that's like one of the misconceptions in relationships. Like when kids become that number one force in the relationship, and then you start to see like the relationship dwindle off, and that's one of the things that's needed. That helps keep relationships strong. I think at least having like one out in the month. But most people in relationships, we tend to get lazy. So then it's like, all right, we'll just do something in the house when they gone. Like even if the kids gone, you'll be like, man, I'm just gonna let's do something. Let's watch a movie in the house.
So tired from doing all the other shit.
But you need to go out because like sometimes you just need to go
really
out.
It might keep shit
like
fresh
on both people. It's like on the man and the woman because everybody lazy. All right, we just gonna stay here, order a pizza. No, we should have went out because then we could have been around other healthy energy. You know, a lot of other relationship energy, that young, fresh energy. You know, them young couples, they be in that that honeymoon, that real state. And sometimes as older people, we need to be around that too to kind of remind us of the love we once had too.
Facts.
And a lot of times we don't do it, we settle, we bullshit. We either don't do it or we do it in a way that is so lazy that it don't mean shit. You know, and I think back to the question of having being in a relationship with a woman with no kids, I would require her to do more as well. You know, when it came to interpersonal and event planning and making sure that, because I feel like if it's just us as the focus, now it's no reason why I gotta go hard with the surprises and shit.
Because she could be more hands-on. She could be more hands-on with you, like.
Because you at that point you know me to its intimacy.
Yeah.
Like it's just us. You know if I snore at night. You know what my favorite colors. Like when we got kids involved, it's like all right, some of that shit don't matter.
Yeah, because you're focusing on the kids.
Yeah. So some of the shit could subside, but that the smallest details and things like that count the most when it's just us. When it's just you and your significant other.
A woman's role that don't got no kids, in my opinion, in today's world, shit is so simple. Bitch, just be cool. Be nice. Don't be a fucking asshole all the goddamn time. You come in the house, keep the energy up. Make sure, and this is the premise of, see, we ain't even say if y'all living together, you're not living together. All these different things come into play too.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But yeah, just be cool. Support them. You know what I mean? You go to the gym, yeah, you ain't gotta be, you know what I mean? You know, the most athletic bitch would take your stupid ass in the gym, go in there with the nigga. You still worried if we gonna fuck the Becky? If you there, Becky, you could D-block. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be supportive and be cool. Like, the energy is everything. Like the number one thing, well, a lot of chicks, man, they attitude be masculine, but they want to get treated like a female. Does not work that way. If you coming around men and you acting like a nigga, they're gonna treat you like a nigga. They're gonna call you bro and all these other different things. I see a lot of relationships. This is how they talk to each other and shit. It should be blowing my mind that a nigga is calling his wife. This is real talk.
No, it happens.
But their energy is so masculine. They make more money, right? So now they already got a name. I work harder, but that's supposed to be masculine. You know what I'm saying? That's what helps the fuckery. It helps the fuckery. The best relationships were when women stayed home. When you came home from work, you was tired. They'll rub you down, make you some sloppy, whatever. Give you some sloppy joes, you know what I'm saying? Dinner, all that shit. She smelled good, got the feet done. You know what I mean? Pussy, tastes like wood, all that shit. But now the bitch miserable, she stinks, she musty, she been out working all these different things. Fuck the whole game up for niggas. That's the facts.
Lack of self-care.
This is why they feel like, why am I going to listen to this nigga and do this and do that when I'm putting it? He worked 8 hours, I'm working 11 and a half. So I don't respect him.
Mm-hmm.
It might not even be a personal thing, but they're basing it off the competitiveness of society, which is gender based now. They're making millions off that shit. So.
One thing I realized too, I don't know, not to cut nobody off, but I realized
you good? I got my point now.
That women that had to grow up and be like that dominant figure in the household because parents wasn't responsible like that, or the parents made them that person because they figured the other siblings wouldn't be responsible. Mm-hmm. They usually lack that whole love aspect. Like I spoke on earlier, they usually are they got more masculinity in them than they have the estrogen factor, like the feminine factor, because they kind of had to take on that responsibility.
Had to be grown young. So it's like,
so you can kind of see and understand like why women sometimes like that are born that way, that gotta be the responsible one, kind of are I do it myself type of people. Yeah.
And then the way they tell you though, like some would be like, yeah, I don't need your fucking help. Whoa, bitch, hold up. Let me help you out, bitch. Then you gonna lift the car yourself? I don't fucking give him the car then. This is where we at with it. They want to change tires now. Like you mean nothing. This is what I be seeing verbatim. They be talking this shit on the phone loud as hell. I be on the train every day and I be on the bus. The respect for men is at an all-time low, man. It really is out here. They want to do better than you, but it is what it is. Valentine's Day, in my opinion, is a great day. Everybody with red. Shout out to Cupid.
Word. So most of the collective is going to be out at Carly's over in the hillside on Friday for their Valentine's Day singles party. So if you guys are around, make sure y'all come out there. Shout out to Carly's. Make sure y'all sponsor us because the collective is always in the building supporting y'all. So yeah, that was it. That was our Valentine's Day special. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned something. If you have any questions, make sure you reach out, hit us up in the DMs on Instagram or Facebook. Our guy HaseTrek is working on a new book. Do you feel numb?
Do you feel numb yet? Coming up soon. I'm getting a really good feeling on this book. To be brief, is about drug addiction, and it's not in depth about all the drug addiction, but some of the things that's happening in urban communities. And then we got like real life perspectives and viewpoints from people that have dealt with it or still currently using or whatever. So definitely look out for that soon.
We also got Vaughn coming up with new designs for Victory Over Negativity every day. Victory Over Negativity on Instagram. You also got Kwani Hot One and Nafis-nafisduhart on Instagram, our fashion mogul. And then you got our resident photographer, Big Nef Visuals 87 on Instagram. So make sure you guys are following all of us.
Check them photos out, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're gonna
have a Patreon up soon. So if you guys want to help us get up out this basement, get better equipment, things like that, show us some love, hit up our Patreon. It's going to be naturally the TheGrummanCollective. We hope you guys have a beautiful Valentine's Day. We are the TheGrummanCollective, and we out. Thank you for tuning in. We out.
We out.
We out.